I'll always defend compact phones. I love the idea of a phone that disappears into your pocket, doesn't stretch your hand, and doesn't feel like you're carrying a mini tablet everywhere. And yes, I'm saying that while using a giant 6.82-inch phone. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. The Android world is drifting toward a 7 inches normal future. And for a lot of people, that future is not it. Plenty of users simply can't deal with bigger phones. One-handed use matters. Comfort matters. Real pockets matter. But when it comes to Google's upcoming Pixel 11 lineup, something surprising is happening. The biggest Pixel is the one most people want, and it's not a guess. It's based on your votes. The Pixel 11 lineup is coming, and the poll results are loud. A recent poll asked a simple question: which Pixel 11 model would you buy? Here's how the votes came in. Pixel 11, 9.4% Pixel 11 Pro, 39% Pixel 11 Pro XL, 43.23% to Pixel 11 Pro Fold, 6.54% none of them, 10.44% let that sink in, nearly. 3 out of every 4 voters picked a Pro model. Pixel 11 Pro Plus, Pixel 11 Pro XL, 74% of the total vote. So the message is clear. People don't want good enough, they want the best Pixel. Google can make the bigger Pixel 11. Pro XL is the runaway favorite. Now here's the part that really stands out. The Pixel 11 Pro XL alone pulled 43.23%, the biggest share of the entire poll. The smaller Pixel 11 Pro still did well at 30.39%, but the gap is real. This isn't a tiny difference that could be random. A 13% lead is a statement. It says there's a sizable crowd that doesn't just accept huge phones. They actively prefer them. Why people are choosing bigger phones, even if they're annoying. Like it or not, the modern smartphone is no longer just a phone. It's your entertainment, screen gaming, console, social media, machine email, and document editor, camera, navigation, mini, workstation, multitasking hub. And when you're doing all of that on one device, a bigger display starts to feel less like a luxury and more like a practical upgrade. Bigger screens are simply easier on a 6.8 to 6.9-inch display. It's easier to read comfortably for long sessions, type with fewer mistakes, edit photos and videos, work on documents, use split-screen apps without feeling cramped, watch YouTube, Netflix, and Reels without squinting if phones have replaced desktops for a lot of casual users and even replaced laptops for some tasks. Then the demand for a bigger screen makes sense. Bigger phones often mean bigger. Batteries, there's also the battery angle. Larger phones usually have more room for a bigger battery. Yes, big displays can drain power, but modern optimization has improved a lot. Many users associate XL with better battery life, and they're often right. The regular Pixel 11 is getting ignored, and that's telling. The standard Pixel 11 got under 10%. That's not just lower. That's people basically saying, if I'm buying a Pixel, I want the Pro experience. Now, this is interesting because non-Pro Pixels are still good phones. Pixels aren't typically built to dominate benchmark charts, but in real-world use, they're smooth, reliable, and packed with features that actually matter. And most importantly, the Pixel identity has always been AI-first features plus a top-tier camera experience. A lot of Google's smartest tools, like call screening, often show up on Pixels before the rest of Android catches up. But the poll suggests something else. People trust the Pro models more. They see them as the real flagship Pixels. What about the Pixel 11 Pro Fold? Why so low? The Pixel 11 Pro Fold came in at 6.54%, near the bottom. That could be because foldables are still not mainstream. The price is usually much higher. Durability concerns still exist for some buyers. Foldables are cool in theory, but not necessary for most people. And there's another factor: attention. A lot of people are waiting to see what Apple does with a foldable iPhone, often rumored as an iPhone Ultra style product. Even if they don't plan to buy it, Apple entering foldables changes the conversation, and many buyers don't want to spend foldable money until that dust settles. Google's problem. Pixel hype versus Google's AI obsession. Here's the bigger picture. Google isn't asleep at the wheel, but it's obvious the company's center of gravity is shifting hard toward AI. Google is juggling Android search, Gemini, and AI tools, YouTube, Gmail, and workspaces, smartwatches, smart home XR projects, and now even AI-focused laptops and new form factors. So sometimes, Pixels can feel like they're sharing the spotlight with 10 other top priority projects. And that matters because if Google wants the Pixel 11 Pro XL to be the most desired model, it can't afford to make it feel like just another device in a busy ecosystem. The takeaway: people want the biggest, most premium Pixel possible, even in a world where many of us miss compact phones. The poll shows what the market is rewarding: Pro models over regular models XL, over standard Pro traditional slab phones over foldables, for now. So the future might be uncool for compact phone lovers. But for Google, the message is simple: if you're going to win, win big. And right now, the Pixel 11 Pro XL looks like the Pixel people are most ready to spend money on.